Hello, I'm Beau Weston, a sociology professor at Centre College. This is the fourth and final of my first series of Centre seminars about cafes and public life. We talked at the outset about the coffee house as a third place, a place that's not home or work, but where strangers can get together and become acquaintances and create public life. And you might wonder, are there other third places? And of course there are. And the ancient third place, in the English-speaking world especially, is the pub. And the pub has many storied hours as creating conviviality and a public life, and it certainly is a viable alternative as far as creating social solidarity goes. There are some important differences between pubs and coffee houses. Pubs have been integrated in residential life, and you could walk to them, and more importantly, you could walk home. And that's a problem because the beverage served in a pub, alcohol, does have a diminishing effect that coffee really doesn't. If I ran a coffee house, I'd put a big sign in it that says, where the conversation gets better after the second drink. That coffee conversation does go on, and then you can walk home, or even drive home. The danger in alcohol-based conviviality is that after the initial round of disinhibiting and solidarity and jollity goes on, it increases the danger of fighting, of moroseness, of not conviviality. When we transferred the English coffee house and pub to America, they took on a somewhat different form. There were coffee houses in America from the outset, but it was never quite the great boom that it was in England. Now is the golden age of the American coffee house. Likewise, the English pub was transferred to America, but developed a little differently. That an American bar is not quite the same as an English pub. For one thing, it wasn't quite tied to residential neighborhoods the way the pub was. Secondly, after Prohibition, when they were all wiped out, they grew back in a car culture, and so were located on highways and not in neighborhoods. Moreover, when we look at the American coffee house, we took this independent, local, organic thing and did what Americans have a genius for doing. We turned it into an international McDonald's-ized franchise that went everywhere in the form of Starbucks. Nonetheless, I think here in the third golden age of the coffee house and the pub will live side by side, and both provide a place for social solidarity and conviviality. The coffee house has the advantage of producing conversation about a wider range of public affairs, of the public sphere in its political sense, and that we can develop a future based on this current growth and efflorescence of the coffee house. I thank you all for viewing this series of Centre seminars, and we look forward to making more in the future, and we would welcome your comments. Thank you.